We are less than a month away from the TGAs, so it's time to predict what games we can expect to have trailers in the show. Sony just did a state of play, so it helps to cut down a few games off the list of possibilities. So let's talk about those. Capcom is the only big developer that has a lot of stuff to show, and they seem happy with their partnership with Jeff in previous showcases. The first thing Capcom wants to show is RE9. Leon has been rumored to be playable in the game, and TGA is the best place to announce it. The game also releases in February, so Capcom will want to show the game to remind people of that, and I also think they'll drop a demo for it. They have been doing this since RE7, and I don't think they will stop doing it now. Other two Capcom games that I expect to have trailers are Onimusha and Pragmata. Both are slated for 2026 and seem close to being complete from the trailers and previews, so there's a chance that both of them will get release dates, especially if Capcom plans to release them in the first half of 2026. Capcom also has updates for their already released games. Monster Hunter Wilds has an update coming on December 16th, which was announced with a 2-second clip on the State of Play, which to me confirms that we'll be getting the full trailer in the awards. Street Fighter 6 has the next DLC character to show, but I'm not sure if they'll do it since the character is still a few months away. At best, they've just showed the cinematic intro for Ingrid. Another company that has good relations with Jeff is Focus Entertainment. When you look at their lineup, the most likely game to show up is Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy. The game doesn't have a release date yet, so I think we're getting that, or at the very least a release window. Code Vein 2 releases on January 30th, so it is another game that is likely to show a trailer to remind people. Romeo is a Dead Man is another one that I think could show up. Although initially revealed in a Sony event, it doesn't have an exclusivity deal like Marvel Tokon does, and it feels like the kind of game with strong identity that Jeff likes to have in his events. FF7 Remake Intergrade is releasing early next year for both Switch 2 and Xbox, and TGA is the perfect spot to remind people of that. Another remake that I think could show up is Kiwami 3, which will also include an extra story in the form of Dark Ties. It releases in February and Sega is likely to be at the event to promote it. This last part I will focus on games that I think have a chance of being present at the event, but I won't be surprised if they don't. Reanimal is slated for early 2026. It was announced at last year's Gamescom, so they do have a working connection with Jeff, so they could have a trailer with the release date. Professor Layton got delayed to 2026, and if Level 5 already has a new launch date in mind, announcing it at the Game Awards would be the best idea. These next two games are the ones I'm most unsure about. The Switch 2 version of Indiana Jones is coming in 2026. I can see at the awards if it comes early next year, otherwise they will skip it. Another that maybe won't show anything is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. They recently had a trailer at the State of Play that was aimed at Japan, the main target of any Dragon Quest game, so I am not sure if Square Enix will spend money to be on the Game Awards too. These are the games I think might have trailers at the Game Awards. As usual, I don't get into indie stuff because it is almost impossible to predict those. If you want to add a game I left out, leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you around.